This was fast. Sorry, I always have to readjust. You know the deal. Ooh, I'm super burpy from being, overly acidy. Um, I have a lot of acid reflux going on up in here. Let's get some visuals. Some visuals. Belly visuals, that is. Um, Anyways, what's up, guys? It's your girl Chrissy, also known as Whimsical Locs, and that's whimsical underscore locks on IG. Check me out. I have been posting a lot lately. Yeah, I have. Particularly today, I did a lot of throwbacks. From when I first began my lock journey, and my locks were fluffy and just feathery and carefree and frizzy and soft and a lot of things that I missed. And coming across one of my pictures while going back, because like what happened was like I just recently rejoined Snapchat, you know, so getting back involved in it, I'm going through the history of like my photos that I saved over the past years. And I come across, like the photos with my, starter locks, freshly dipped, freshly fluffed, freshly washed, when I first added my lock sprinkles in my locks. Like, I came across a few pictures that I thought was interesting and, unique, and I reposted them on my Instagram page, whimsical underscore locks. And I also came across an informative one. Um, Back in the beginning when I started my lock journey, I probably about 3 months into my lock journey, I discovered that rosemary, but rose oil or rose water or rose period was a good attribute to lock hair. And that it's just like really good. It provides like you can not only use it as like a toner, because at the time I had distilled rose water that I purchased from my eyebrow lady who used to thread my eyebrows at the mall, and she used to like like would tell her no oil. So, I'll be like, when you clean my eyebrows, use alcohol, but they didn't use alcohol, they used rose water. And because it smelled so good, I'm like, oh my God, it smells so good. She's like, well, you can buy some because we sell them for $8. I brought like a big thing of it. And, I just used it on my face. After I wash my face, I'll just take a little cotton pad and just go over my face like as a toner. And it worked really well. So I wanted to like, know if I was like using it correctly. And I ended up discovering that it's great for your hair. And within our lock community, it turns out it's great for your locks too, especially when it involves keeping your locks hydrated. So I've been getting the question, there's two questions that I've been getting asked about a lot lately, and that's pertaining to, hair care during the winter, as well as, how I went about highlighting, bleaching, coloring my locks. Okay, so with that being said, um, I definitely decided to do this video in conjunction of the two. And, I just wanted to, I just wanted to, it's right there, she threw it on the floor. But anyways, I just wanted to, do a conjunction of the two, just to break down like what I use and how I went about my lock care last year. Being that I was freshly new into the lock gang, the lock family, however you want to call it. And I was a newbie, what I mean? I just decided to put two products together that turned out to be excellent. And that's one of the pictures that I ended up coming across because it was just like a real dope picture of, this little behind oil bottle that I had that was empty, and I put my rose water in there along with Jamaican black castor oil. and that was it. Like, I didn't use anything else. I didn't use, any tap water or bottled water to dilute it. I just used straight rosemary water. I'm sorry, rose water, distilled rose water, and Jamaican black castor oil, and it worked pretty damn good on my locks. And like, I didn't realize it then, but like looking back in my pictures, like the texture of my hair, when I was using that spray, it was just soft. You can tell it was very moisturized. I wasn't struggling with scalp issues then. That's a fact, especially being that I just started my lock journey. So when you change the care of your hair, you're bound to receive, different changes within your scalp and, stuff of that nature just naturally. And I didn't experience any of that during last winter. And that's because I used the Jamaican black castor oil and the rose water mixture. Once I ran out of it, like, I just never like went to go get, never went to re-up, and I tried other stuff in between, but honestly, like, aside from just the winter, I'm thinking even in the summertime, that mixture may be really well as well. So, when I get, hopefully I leave the house tomorrow, because I have church. So, like, when I get, to the mall, I'm going to see about buying that bottle again, because I actually been looking online for months, for like a big jug of it, but I haven't come across anything that I was interested in, as far as like reviews. Like, I know this distilled rose water. I know one of my lock followers, they mentioned that they would like to make their own rose water. I definitely plan on trying that as well. I just recently purchased a crock pot, partially for cooking food and partially for creating my DIY projects, my natural oils. And I definitely want to try, my distilled water, rose water as well. So I will in the near future, at some point during this season, this winter season, be attempting to try an experiment of creating my own rose water. I can imagine it would be a bit expensive because I'm pretty sure you would need a few bouquets of roses, period, to really create it, rather than like using like the rose essential oil or something like that. Like, I would prefer to go to the source. So, well, I haven't really explored like how you go about making it, not fully anyway. Like, I think I just had like a look through at it. So it is something that I do plan on trying, that I would love to try, you know, one day, and that's it. But alongside with, um, excuse me, I'm telling you, I'm assy as crap. You can see the baby moving. But literally, alongside with the rose water and the Jamaican black castor oil, I recently, just got involved with tea tree oil. I noticed my scalp particularly has been becoming flaky, and I was a little confused because I wasn't sure if it was like due to is it due to like me not washing my products out really well? Like, is it flakes or is it like product buildup, But, I know my scalp in the winter, and this is really what happens. It's just, fortunately, I didn't experience it last year. So I purchased that tea tree shampoo, which was fairly good. I won't say, like, it felt super good. It definitely felt super good on my scalp. And but I feel like I should have followed up with like a moisturizing shampoo. I don't feel like it moisturized, my locks pretty well. But I did do a deep mask conditioner, so that helped as far as like when I went to, you know um, add moisture back into my locks. Unfortunately, it wasn't my DIY, which is what I prefer. FYI, it was a Shea Moisture mask. It was like an apple cider vinegar kind, which turned out to be better than I thought because it was kind of like clay, And I was like, I'm not too sure about this. Like, I just grabbed it, and it was actually the wrong one. I thought it was the one that I used after I highlighted my locks, but it wasn't. So I grabbed the wrong one, and I was just like, oh my God. And it's like clay, like, and I was like, I don't know. But when I put it on, it was like really soft. It went right into my locks, and it washed right out. There was no problem as far as buildup. It worked really well. I actually really, really liked it. So I just look at the ingredients. As long as the ingredients are something that I can recognize, you know, I'm going with it. So anyway, yeah, maybe I can move up some. Okay, I don't really want to see if I can change the lighting too. I'm always like adjusting. Like, yeah, we're gonna want warm settings. No, I'm not here for that. Okay, we can try this one. Yeah, I look like a frog because I'm carrying a boy and I hate it. I hate that boys make me look like a frog or toad or something. But anyways, just so you guys can take a look at my locks, it's been like 2 weeks now, just about come Sunday. It's been 2 weeks since I installed my perm rods to give me some lock curls. As we all know, the bottom is a lot straighter because, as I mentioned in my last video, yeah, I know I'm live and they're calling me, but I like wasn't I wasn't fully dried at the bottom, so yeah, and I never went, so I feel like it's giving me like a mullet kind of look kind of thing because it's like straight, so yeah. But anyways, I'm just like, I'm kind of getting over these curls. Like, I like that it's turning into waves and it's like, turning into waves and it's like, falling. They're like, they stayed in there pretty well. Um, I found out a tip on Instagram as far as keeping your hair, you know, or locking in moisture with your locks. And I've seen it before. I was told this before, but now that we're in this season and coming across it again, I'm sorry I do not have the name of the person. It's someone I just recently began to follow. But basically, taking a shower without your bonnet and without your shower cap will give your locks like a steam kind of daily moisture that it needs. And I really love that idea. I can't do it now because if I do that, my curls would completely drop. So I'm not over my curls yet. But like I really, really love that idea because I'm like, yeah, like I don't have to spray my locks all the time because that's the problem that I'm having. Like, like I want to provide some type of water moisture to my hair, but I don't want my roots to get too loose, and unravel. And there goes the locking phase, you know what I mean? And that brings me to another thing. You can also, you're more than welcome to like wash your hair, wash your lock to get that moisture. Water is our best friend, period. So, personally for me, I've been reframing from washing my locks. It really sucks, but I reframed from it because I really want my babies to get used to being, you know, locking up, because over the summer, like the only thing that I can think of was like add moisture to my hair. Just wet your hair, wash your hair, wet your hair, condition your hair, whatever the case may be. So like my locks over the summer, they've grown, but they haven't been able to form or lock up because I was constantly adding water and my locks were unraveling. So when the fall hit, I decided to reverse what I was doing, and so far it's been working. It looks like it's been doing a good job. If you look, you can definitely see. Let me pick this up some more. But yeah, you can definitely see like they're still holding and everything. Like by now, I would have had like a head full of new growth, and it's not even technically new growth. It's just that my locks unraveled. So that's that. I over the week, just this past Tuesday actually, I found a little gray hair. Another one. Like, seriously? I found another gray hair. So now I'm curious, and I found it because I was just taking a picture, like a selfie picture with the selfie angle. And I look, and I'm like, why does that look like dandruff? It's like, what the heck? It was totally a gray hair. I just, I thought that I would love it. I thought that I would embrace it, but I'll be a fool and a lie if I told you that I was embracing that. After I found the second one, first one is like, okay, I almost forgot it was there. I knew it still exists, but I almost forgot it was there, so it was like nothing. But knowing that I have at least two, no, I'm not with it at all. Like, no. It's not the factor of like, oh, you're getting old. It's like, my hair is turning gray. Like, I'm just really nervous, I guess, in how this is going to turn out. Like, um, are there going to be a lot more that's going to develop within this year? You know, how much more is it going to develop cute? You know, because not everybody have like, you know, some people are blessed with like the pretty, you know, white gray hair. It comes in really nice and nice areas in their hair. And then there's people that just is like hit with it and they just salt and pepper. So, you know, like I don't want it to be hit with it, you know, like I don't know, like I want it to come in cute. And from the looks of it, it's not. You know, like so I have one here, I have one there, and I'm pretty sure because I found the second one that there are others, there are more. So, you know, I'm not really feeling that whole gray look right now. I'm only 30. Like, I'm turning 31, but I'm only 30 and I still feel young, you know? So that doesn't match my personality right now. It's not saying that, oh, that means you're old. I know people 23-year-olds that have gray hair, that had gray hair, you know, or that were born with gray hair. But for me, my nigga, like, nah, that's like a giveaway. Like, you must be like 30. I don't mind being 30. You know, I love being 30. I love getting older. I just don't like that gray, no. So, yeah, eventually I will be getting rid of my grays depending on how it comes in and, you know, how it looks on me, you know, because I'm not going to be that one that's like out here salt and pepper and shaking it up. No, it's not going to happen. But, anyways, back on topic. um, Regarding keeping your locks moisturized, you know, and healthy and survivable during the winter. Give yourself masks. You can definitely check out and refer to my DIY deep conditioning mask with, you know, using mayonnaise and other oils. I will be adding more to my DIY mask, deep conditioning mask. Um, I will be adding more to it. There's things that I came across that I would like to add to it for specifically for the winter purpose. You know, just to hydrate my locks, give it a deep hydrate. So I'm in the midst of doing my research as far as getting that stuff abroad. But give yourself masks. I was told from a follower on Instagram that like oiling their scalp is not working in regards to the itchiness. So definitely check out the tea tree oil, and you know try applying that to the bottles and to your scalp to see if that works for you. You may need to wash, you know, and scrub, you know, your scalp more frequently than you would normally. So, you know, like if you're doing it like once a month, you may want to do it, you know, once every 2 weeks, you know. So, you know, whatever works. You know, for me, I prefer to do it that way because it, you know, allows me to, you know, scrub the dead cells off my scalp. But, you know, like I'm a woman on a mission, so what can you do? If you are shampooing your locks, follow up, you know, you're using a clarifying shampoo, follow up with a moisturizing shampoo. Try using both, you know, for the sake of the locks and your scalp. Um, Also, you know, like, you know, just doing the steam. You know, you can put a plastic bag or a plastic cap, shower cap over your locks, and just go in the bathroom and just like turn on your shower, the hot water, and just have this steam, kind of like steam your locks, with a light plastic like shower cap, not like the actual shower caps, or just do it free balling. Just let your locks hang, while you're in the shower, and get that moisture for your locks. Um, I think that's about it as far as like what I did and what I'm doing, as far as caring for my locks in the wintertime. Like, it's really, really tough. If you struggle with that, like I said last year, I did not struggle with it. And I was new to the lock game, so I'm not about to be struggling with it now, a year later. Okay? My locks, not my locks, but like my scalp is definitely itchier, and like my whole body all the way together is like different because I'm pregnant. So by the time the winter hit last year, I had just had a baby, so those hormones was leaving, so I'm dealing with a whole different type of ball game. Okay, so I'm doing what works for me. You really just gotta play with things and see what works for you at the end of the day. You take suggestions, you take notes, you can add to it, switch it up a bit, subtract it, multiply it, however you choose to do it. As long as it works for you, it works for you. The best that I can do is give you what works for me, and it may work for you depending on how your scalp and locks receive it. You know, um, that's how I developed, my hair care, my lock care. I just picked and pride and take what I can from different people's suggestions, and developed something that worked for me. And figuring it, if it works for me, there's somebody that it could work for too. So that's where I'm at with this. Now, getting into the coloring of my locks. Okay. um so like back in, what's that, it was in March. Yeah, back in March, I had, like, the end of March, I colored my locks. Um, and as you can see, they're still here, so they must be bleached. Yes, they were bleached. Um, Here, I'll stop showing you all the palms of my hand. You are not a psychic. But yeah, so I took like 13 locks because I got this stupid one in the back, in the middle. This one right here. It's like a tail. But I took 13 locks and I highlighted them. I highlighted my locks with bleach, and I also used dye. Yes. Why I decided to go about that and why I decided to go about it the way I did. Okay, so for starters, I wanted to at the time. For some weird reason, I just decided that stripping my locks was the best thing that I can do as far as getting the color that I want. And I didn't even get the color that I want. Close to it, but I wanted it much brighter than this. Like, and I think I probably could have, but I did accidentally leave a step out, a package out in the process that removes the brassiness. So maybe if I didn't even realize it until I was completely done my hair and cleaning up and like, oh crap, I totally forgot to use this. But like, in regards to like what I wanted, like, I had came up with a plan. I knew that if I was gonna bleach my locks, I knew that I wasn't gonna go in there like hard balling it. Okay, I took my castor oil because it's a thick oil. So whether you use castor oil or Jamaican black castor oil, which is thicker, I took that. I just had the pieces hanging that I was gonna use, and I took the castor oil, and I took my lock, and I you know, syringed pretty much my entire lock in the oil. I basted it with castor oil first. That's what I did first. And then when it came to the mixture of The bleach and the dye, I mixed the bleach and the dye all in the same bowl, along with, excuse me, like four, three, four, five maybe other conditioners. So I used the conditioners that they provided, and I also had like every conditioner that I can think of that would be good pertaining to coloring locks or coloring hair in general. I use that as well, threw that up in there. So you want to make sure you use like a conditioner that's good for like color treating hair or whatever. And they usually provide you with that, but like anything with like extra deep moisture or deep conditioning, like I threw that in the bowl as well. So when I mixed that up, you know what I mean, like I was good. um so once I started to do that, I just took the pieces that I wanted and, you know took my brush and just brushed it on there. I had like, one of those perm brushes, or dye brushes, I guess. Like they're universal hair brushes that you use for highlights and perms and stuff like that. Took one of those and just brushed it onto my locks. I didn't like glop it, it wasn't nothing like that. But that's how I did it. I didn't wait an extended period of time either. And that was my way of just testing my locks and seeing how, my locks do, and how well I can take care of my locks while being bleached and dyed. So of course, I guess it's safe to say maybe the dye left already, but because I bleached my locks, that color is still always in there. Because I look at old pictures from, when I first highlighted my locks, they were not this color. Okay, so like my locks are definitely brighter than they were when I first highlighted my locks. They were more like a peanut butter kind of like color or whatever. But I want them brighter, So I'm just at a standstill right now. Like, do I go back and highlight? Do I go back and highlight from the roots? Because you see, now I'm getting the ombre highlighted look. Or do I wait until I can get my ombre look? Because that's really what I wanted. I wanted the ombre look, but I was really scared about highlighting my entire head with dye, because I know in the past I had zero luck taking care of my locks the way that I needed to, or not my locks, but my loose natural the way that I needed to. When anytime I ever dyed my hair, like I sucked at it. So like this time I wanted to be different. I'm more focused on hair care now that I have locks. I've never paid this much attention to my hair. So I figured I can do it, and I can, and I did, and I have. Okay, so I can tell you this: I have never seen no strands of blonde hair. Like I've never seen it. I have taken great, and I really think the fact that I added the conditioners to my locks, the fact that I syringed my locks in castor oil, black castor oil or castor oil, before it actually, I mean, it wasn't like heavy, heavy, like I was like, but like I made sure that thing was on there as a protective coated barrier against the bleach. Now, I know you're probably wondering, like, like I don't want to do that because maybe it'll defeat the purpose. Like it probably won't take. Listen, bleach is strong as hell, okay? So that just goes to show you, like, you see my hair, it took it took with no problem. You know what I mean? And I didn't go under a dryer or anything. I just put a plastic bag from Walmart over my head. No, yeah, it wasn't a plastic bag. It was a plastic shower cap, like literally the cheap kind from Walmart. The clear cap, plastic shower caps from Walmart over my head for a few minutes, and that was it. So obviously that just goes to show you how strong bleach is. You know what I mean? So I was just like kind of regretting that I ever did decide to use um bleach to strip my hair, especially after learning that you can do it by, taking regular box dye and gradually highlighting your hair, turning your hair the blonde that you want it to be by starting, at the lowest level and working your way up, just casually lightening up your hair using box dye. But me, somebody that's a lot more spontaneous and that loves instant gratification, I wanted something that would have satisfied my want right then and there. And that's what bleaching did. So, whether or not I will ever bleach my locks again, I want to go off the rim and say, hey, hell no, I won't do it. But I say things all the time I don't mean. Unfortunately, yes, I'm getting like black and black and black and black on my neck. Okay, like it's just the mask of pregnancy. But anyways, so yeah, please excuse the kids. They do their own thing down there. Like they're playing one minute, they're laughing, one minute they're crying. I ain't got time. I'm not paying attention to that. As long as nobody gets hurt, we good. Let me turn the light on. One moment. Because I am losing my light and I don't want to look too dark, even with light, you know. But anyway, so as far as like coloring your locks, just come up with a master plan. Make sure you have your conditioners, your deep conditioners. I also used a hair mask, Shea Moisture hair mask. It had frankincense in it. That's all I know. That's all I know. And it was specifically stated that like it's good for color treated hair. So I used that hair mask after I rinsed everything out. I threw that on there. I also used Jamaican, um, whatever it's called, Jamaican lime, whatever protein thing, which I literally don't get that. Don't do that. Like I was using that product for a while, but don't do that. I heard too many bad things, and for me to see a lot of people using it at the time, I kind of like just went and grabbed it without looking at like I ordered it from Amazon and I kind of threw it in my cart without looking at the details and the ingredients, not knowing that the ingredients is like foreign. And I was like, I would have never purchased this product had I known like it wasn't like all natural, So I want to say, yeah, there we go. Like I gotta change the light and everything because I'm looking like a toad, a lizard, like a reptile. But yeah. So like when it comes to like dyeing your hair, highlighting it, the main thing that you want to pay attention to is how you take care of it and how you treat it before you apply that dye to your locks and what you do after. Okay, like seriously, because for me, the fact that I literally added those conditioners in there, it was just like it made a positive effect. The fact that I based my locks with castor oil, it added a positive effect to it so that my locks weren't injured, you know what I mean? And my goal was to do a hair mask a month. Eventually I wasn't doing a hair mask a month. My main objective was to keep my locks moisturized at all times because my hair has been stripped. So, that's the main thing. Just make sure you moisturize your locks. Whatever you use to moisturize your locks, when you dye your hair, you highlight your hair, bleach your hair, do that triple. I will say this right after I highlighted my hair, I used to take the castor oil and go through each lock that I highlighted just as I did prior to adding the bleach to my hair, the little mixture to my hair. You know, I would do it. I probably was doing that for the remaining 2 months, the following 2 months at preceding my, me adding highlights to my locks. So I was really serious about making sure they don't, fall out my head, And I also suggest, like, I think I was around, if not 5, 6 months locked when I decided to do that. Like somewhere around that range. I was somewhere around that range. 5, going on 6, somewhere around there. So just wait a little bit, let your locks get some stain, see how they're doing. Everybody's locks form at a different pace. So I would say wait till your locks are at a certain level. You know what I mean? Me, I couldn't wait. I couldn't wait. I really, really seriously, all jokes aside, wanted what I wanted. Instant gratification. That's what I'm going for. I'm going after it. So that's what I did. um, all right, no more Pomeranian. All right. But yeah, so like I got what I wanted. So now I'm like trying to hold off. I said I won't be doing anything else to my locks as far as coloring is concerned until I'm a year. Well, now I'm 14 months and I'm still apprehensive. Like now I'm saying I want my locks to, be touching my breast pretty much. Like touching my breast before I do anything else to my locks because by then my locks should be a lot more mature and it will be at the length that I want in order to add my ombre look. I really want an ombre look. That's the whole purpose why I even attempted to, put these highlights in my hair. I wanted to see how well I can maintain and take care of my hair. For that being, I wanted to track my locks, so pretty much like when I started my lock journey, not lock journey, but highlighted my locks. You see how much new growth I have? I probably was about an inch. Like I think I started at about an inch because I did. That's another thing that I didn't do. I didn't like do it from the root. I didn't add it from the root. I was about an inch deep into my locks where I applied the bleach because I was like, I don't want nothing touching my scalp, and I damn sure don't want nothing touching my roots, which is the same thing. So I don't want anything harming the other. Okay, so that's what I did. So those are just the little tips that I have. I am no professional. We already know this. Like I experiment on a daily, regular basis. You know what I mean? And that's all you can really do. I went on YouTube, took bits and pieces of everybody's story and how they did their locks. I don't even just look at lock pages, okay? When I'm trying to get like advice on when it comes to coloring and stuff, I'm looking at professional, um, you know, professional hair stylists and people that do this for a living or do it for fun on their loose natural hair. So I'm looking at all types of videos and then I'm putting it together in my head and I'm like, okay, so like, let me see what I can take from each person's video or from the videos that made the most sense to me. You know what I mean? So that's where I'm at with it. So that's what I strongly suggest you do as well. Just make sure you have your plan out before you go ahead and run around here bleaching and highlighting and dyeing and doing all types of stuff to your hair because at the end of the day you putting chemicals in your hair. You know what I mean? Some like to say you're not all natural if you're putting chemicals in your hair. Well, F you, okay? Because homegirl is as natural as it's gonna get, okay? This is natural. But just be careful. Be attentive to your locks and caring for your locks. Before you actually insert those dyes and chemicals and stuff into your hair, and that's with anything. And be careful immediately following. Like so when you wash everything out, what is your plan B? Excuse me, what's your part B to treating your locks so that this doesn't affect the growth, you know what I mean? Or, the way your locks form or whatever, like tell me that, you know what I mean? Put out your plans. Your plan C, what are you doing to maintain your locks on a daily, weekly, and monthly basis? You know what I mean? Like have a plan, stick to it, be aggressive with caring for your locks as far as keeping it moisturized and everything so that there is no color damage. Things that says for color treated hair or treating for color hair, stick to those things. Add those things because, like I said, I was using that protein deep condition, not deep conditioner, but that protein conditioner by Jamaican Mango Lime. I was using that bottle for a few months. So I'm not going to go against the grain and say, but I just didn't like the fact that it's not like all natural and I prefer to have use something else. But I was using it and I guess it worked, because I was told that you need to do like a protein type, like especially when you bleach your hair, you need to do like a protein type, um, conditioning, deep conditioning to your locks, once you do something like that, like adding bleach and stuff. So, and it's true because I've seen that a lot in YouTube. So, like, yeah, do your research. Don't just go dive it in. Don't just go taking my word for it. Again, like, just, you know, take my word, take somebody else's word, and come up with the best plan for you, okay? That's it. But, I think we're about done here. I am, like, hungry. I am hungry. Hungry. Yeah. Of course, I'm always going to give you some luck. I said I would stop doing that, right? I'm always going to give you some lock visuals. Like, god dang it. Okay. Yeah. So, let's get it. 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 I miss you guys too. You know? But yeah. So, I will see you guys again. Thank you so much for my new followers. I love you guys. You guys are dope. Team Whimsical. Thank you so much for following my YouTube channel. I really, really, really appreciate it. If you have any questions, reach out to me on IG. Ask those questions. I'll be happy to answer them here because I'm so detailed. And I can just type, and it'll be like, I'm not reading all that. But anyway, oh yeah, you see, I got my Apple Watch. Can't tell me nothing now, sis. But yeah, I'm gonna call her back because yeah, she's probably like, did she bang on me? Like, sorry, I was in a live video, my bad. But yeah, I'm like extra greasy. I exfoliated my face, and then I added the tea tree oil to my scalp, so I think it's running. So like I'm looking extra shiny, and I'm not really this shiny. Well, I did exfoliate my face before this video, so yeah. But yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. Again, if you guys have any questions whatsoever, feel free to reach out to me and ask me your questions. I'll be happy to answer them in a video. Check out my YouTube channel. I have posted a lot of videos for your liking. Whenever you're bored, you can just scroll through them and fall asleep to them like I do all the time. Like, I just be watching my videos going to sleep. It's a great way to. I mean, am I boring? you know, maybe so. But I appreciate y'all. If you didn't love me in my starter lock phase, don't F with me when I'm like down here dripping, okay? That's how I feel. So I appreciate everyone who's rocking with me right now. Like, seriously, I really, really do. Check out my Whimsical Locs page on IG, and that's whimsical_Locs on IG. I am always, I can't say always. Sometimes I go deactivate, but I won't be deactivating anytime soon, I don't think. I may go incognito around my pregnancy and, delivery kind of thing. Maybe. I was even thinking about going live for that. So, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what I do. And I have a special treat and surprise coming up for one special follower/fan. So, I'm just putting the details together. So, anyways, yeah, once I got that together, I will be happy to share and, move forward from there. Because I just recently reached 1K on my whimsical_Locs page on IG, and I'm really excited about that, even though it's like 1K. Like, hello, I started from 1 follower. How can I not be happy? Like, this, all 1,000 followers, well, now it's more, but all 1,000 followers I've gained myself based on what I produce. You know what I mean? So, like, that's a big deal for me. You know what I mean? Based on, somebody catching, I'm something I said or did or posted caught their attention. You know what I mean? So I appreciate that. And therefore, I want to give back to one lucky follower. So I have something coming up really cute in regards to that. Can't wait because I am like you know, it's the giving time of year. So yeah. So I just got to put the details together. I'm working on that. I'm trying to figure it out. Something that's going to be really cute and dope for one lucky follower. But anyways, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm going to get out of here because it's about to be 45 minutes in this video and I don't know. I just don't know about that. All right. But peace and love. Love and harmony. Be blessed. Okay.